everybody, and welcome back to another video. You can see we're in the exact same position at the exact same time as the last video, and today we're going to be continuing on. So without further ado, I quickly just want to enter this cab because I remembered I failed to sort out something or other. The DRA, that was it. That's the word. I assume the doors have closed, possibly. Let's forward, do that. We'll find out in a minute. There we go. Right. Okay, these signals are broken. Okay. That's going to be the AP pack that's done that. I assume we're clear to go. I assume we're all right to go. We'll find out in a minute. That 170 should have long gone though, in theory. So I built that. I built that. That car park there. I built that. Right, so yeah, we're back obviously doing King's Cross to Kings Lynn for the King's coronation. A lot of kings, the Kings to Kings route, run I suppose. King. You know, all the kings. Maybe we should have gone via 7 kings as well. Oh look, there's a piece of overhead wire missing there. That's fun. Right, so yeah, we're about halfway through the route, I reckon. About halfway through the run. Time-wise, distance-wise, I think we've probably got a bit further to go than we've just come from. But we probably have a couple less stops and probably faster running anyway. I know there's a lot of 90 section along here, because like I say, I actually drove this yesterday for my own liking in a Class 317. But the Class 317 run started at Cambridge and then ended at King's Cross. So that's the first time I've done the Kings Lynn section of the route. I'd never actually driven the full-length route before, despite the fact I've had the route for quite a long time now. It normally just dumps on me. And I think it was possibly probably this scenario I was trying to play. And for the longest time now, it's just been dumping. Constantly dumping. No reason. Well, it's not even dumping, in fact. It's literally just sort of gone. The game is dead. Nothing. No crash report. No Steam crash report. Nothing. So, it wasn't even a dump, in fact. So, what was happening, I have no idea. I was going to reinstall the route. Then all of a sudden, it just starts working again. Literally. Probably about a year I've had this issue. I've played bits of the route. Like when the Fen Lines came out, I played that. But as soon as they released the bit down to London and the bit up to Kings Lynn, that was it. I couldn't play it anymore. Weird. But now it works. Whatever. Like I say, it's the Alan Thompson sim route. If you're wondering, if you want to do this run, this is one of the default scenarios, I'm pretty certain. I don't think I've downloaded this one from anywhere. I couldn't actually find any full-length King's Cross to Kings Lynn runs to do. Actually, there may have been one. Was there? No, I don't think there was. I think it's sort of one. It's one of them routes where the distance is just too far for anybody really to have the time of day or patience to actually produce a scenario for it. Like, I'm sure a lot of people would quite want to see a scenario for the Western Main Lines, London to Penzance, or Plymouth, sorry. No, Penzance is the one at the end. Yeah, full-length run, but nobody's got the patience to make a 6-hour scenario. Come on. There's a couple out there, but few and far between. And obviously, realistically, one driver wouldn't drive the entire lot anyway. It would be multiple drivers. You'd probably drive down to Bristol, and then somebody else would drive down to Newton Abbot or Plymouth. And then somebody else would drive the Penzance bit. So you could have 3 or 4 drivers across the entire length of the route in real life. But, you know, it's just fun. A nice Caledonian Sleeper. Well, yeah, Caledonian Sleeper scenario could be quite interesting. London to Aberdeen and all that. You know, do a Highlander Sleeper. That could be a intriguing one to do. That'd take what's that, like 6.5, 7 hours, something like that to do. That'd be a long old time driving. Imagine if you did it in real time as well. I'd love to do that, to be fair. I'd love to do a stream. Probably the Night Riviera, to be honest. I reckon that would be quite an interesting one. That's about 6 hours, I think. Maybe a bit more with the stop at Exeter. I think it stops for about half hour or so. We could probably async keys it there, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? Who knows? I'd love to stream that one day, though. Stay up all night just to play Train Simulator. Driving the blooming Riviera Night Sleeper 2 timetable. The only problem, of course, is that you would end up losing time on the real one because of lag. You don't get lag in real life. Funny that, though. Has the power died? The power just died, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, whatever floats your boat. Across the crossing. This cab is a lot more sound what's the word? Soundproofed than the 317 was. I'm sure I can hear the crossings less in here. Actually, let me do that quick. We've not saved it for a while, and I forgot to save it at Cambridge as I said I would. So let's do it now. We've travelled like 4 miles already. That's crazy. We've only been going a couple of minutes. But yeah, I can promise you, it's the same train, same route, same scenario. I've not reloaded anything in between the last session and now, so you know this train has seen. Well, the rear unit has seen it all. The front unit, I don't know what it's seen. 365, nice. Or pair of 365s, even nicer. Gotta love a 365. The only scenario I could actually see running the other way from King's Cross to Kings Lynn was actually a 365. But one, I wanted to drive this scenario, and two, I thought, because that one's apparently the last 365 run, or one of the last diagrams up there, and it's sort of like, well, it's not entirely prototypical, but obviously it's prototypical because it actually happened. One of the 365 was the last one to go up there, but sort of, you know, it's just not a specified time period. Like with this, you're looking at a more specified time period. Admittedly, I don't know if there's any 700s, and in fact, I nearly even did a 700 scenario, but they only go to Cambridge, of course, so I decided I wanted to do the entire length between the two Kings, and now I'm doing it. Number 387. Looks like we're approaching Foxton, I believe. Straight across the crossing. Slow down for the curve at the next station. I can't remember what the next station's called now. Yeah, no, the 317 I drove last night was actually all of these stops. I think it was every stop up to Stevenage. In fact, no, all the way up to Wellingham City. I think it was every stop. Hitchin, Welham North, and then it was Hatfield. So yeah, Hatfield's the next stop. So it was literally every stop all the way to Hatfield. Then it was skip a few to Potter's Bar, and then it was skip a few more with a additional stop at Alexandra Palace for the scenario bans. And I think it was like 2 Hotel 235, 2 Hotel 35, something along them lines maybe. The scenario, it was quite a good scenario though. It was a good scenario. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But of course you can't use the power brake controller for a 317 very well, because you've only got a combined traction brake controller, and 317's a split, and unfortunately, as I was kind of hoping it might, the combined traction brake controller does not actually control the brake handle. Oh, sorry about that. What I was hoping is maybe once you went into the braking notch on the combined traction brake controller, it might have sent you into the braking notch on the train itself, but unfortunately it doesn't. So it kind of makes it feel a bit pointless if you've got to use the keyboard to brake. You might as well use the keyboard to drive the entire train, sort of thing, by that point. So I just keyboarded it all the way. But the button box worked yesterday, and of course it's not today, so we're getting on fine without it. It's just sad, just annoying. You know, a nice 2-hour run. Gotta have all the equipment going. Got the AWS button going, obviously. That doesn't really cause me any problems though. That's literally just a queue emulator, so there's nothing that really can go wrong with that. In fact, I don't even think it doesn't even have a software. The computer just knows what it's there for and what it's doing, so it doesn't ask any questions. Only 3 miles to Royston already. That's not bad. Are there whistle boards missing from this route? Because that was a foot crossing and I did not see a whistle board. Or did I miss it? That's extremely possible that I also missed it too. So I wouldn't put it past myself for missing it. But I didn't see it, so is that my bad or is that the route's bad? I don't know. Like I was saying before, there's a lot of crossings and not many whistle boards. And now I'm doubting whether that's me or whether it's the route that's missing them. Going up to Royston anyway, so need to take some power off in a minute. Maybe when I get to the top of the hill, I'll drop it into neutral. Yep, that'll do. We've got a 50 limit coming up as well. There we go. We'll let it coast, and then start braking for Royston. Probably a bit far away. Yeah, we're a bit far away. Oh no, actually, the 50 limit's coming up fast. I love the run sounds in this thing as well. They sound proper. They do sound nice. Off and release. Yeah, still. Do you know what? I thought I'd be way too early on the braking there, and I was. Way too early on the braking. 365, nice. Oh, he's got his tail lights on though. Is he going back? Have you just terminated maybe? It's possible. There is a crossover here, so it's possible that he could have just terminated and is going back. Where is my stop marker? Oh, it's down the end, isn't it? Should have come in a lot faster than this. We're probably going to lose a bit of time. Oh no, we're early. We're actually about 30 seconds early, so... Oh no, we're about a minute early. Okay, fair enough. We don't need to worry about time at all then. We've done really well on that section, in other words. Stopping notch 1. Nice! Nice gentle stop. Give the passengers a nice experience. Not that I particularly think you choose Great Northern for a nice experience, but you know, we got to give them the best, right? Probably 1 of 8. See, they've actually changed to 8 now. We'll wait for it to score past again on this unit. Obviously, this was the unit we were 5 of 8. There you go. See. That was the unit we were driving before, 125, and we got 106 as well. Go down to London as a pair. Yeah, okay, King's Cross. See, that's got an apostrophe. That's got apostrophe S, but this hasn't. That's really curious. Even got the coach number inside, nice. We'll do an internal departure in here, why not? Yeah, any time now. Come on. There we go. We've got the really nice high poly interior, and then you've got the low poly doors. This looks silly. Maybe they are correct, but they don't look right. There it is. Cool. Whee! Stranger slip. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Right, 10 miles to Letchworth, pretty much. We'll be passing a few view stations on the way then, I reckon. Oh, look, plug. Okay, let's get back in the cab. It's where you all want to be. Also, that foot crossing probably did have a whistle board. It's probably one of the only ones to actually have. Yeah, there's a board there, so I reckon that was probably a whistle board. Oh well. Neutral section. They've both got my line now. Yep, they have. Cool. Release. Ooh, tile loading stutter. No, the game's running quite smoothly. I'm quite impressed. This is doing well. I mean, admittedly, there's not much scenery in the countryside, but, you know, could still be lagging a little bit, but it's not. So, 30 frames, I think 30 frames is, or just under 30 frames, 25 frames. I think that's acceptable, to be honest. Anything below 15, if it's, as long as it's above 15, I don't mind. Some games you can notice a difference. But personally, for Train Simulator, I've never noticed any I've never had any problems with anything sort of above about 20 frames, maybe 15 at a push. Gets annoying. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes, but this seems smooth as anything, really. Seems smooth enough to play. I'm not sort of thinking, ah, I want to pull my hair out or anything. Not when it's like 5 frames. You can barely do anything. 6, 7, 8. Nice. Count the coaches across. That's what the drivers would have to do in real life. Although, of course, they probably know where the acceleration markers are for their specific length of train. It must be fun for a Thameslink driver because they've got 12 coaches to contend with. FLU and RLU, which I believe is probably a full unit. FLU is quite clearly full, but I believe that the RLU is probably reduced length unit. And I only worked that out today, and I feel pretty stupid because it's quite obvious when you actually know about it, or when you actually think about it. Don't get me wrong, I've not actually asked anybody if that is what it means. I do know somebody I can ask, but I imagine it's reduced length unit because obviously they are a reduced length by comparison to the Dash 1s. I wonder if the 700s were running at this time. I imagine they probably were, but they probably hadn't finished the link between St Pancras and the East Coast Main Line yet. Which is why we've not seen any yet. It's all just been Great Northern services, which the whole Thameslink thing kind of makes Great Northern seem a little bit pointless as an operator. It really does. You got the commuter services in London, but then most of the Great Northern services either parallel what the Thameslink do, or just stop at less stations. I think the only one probably is different is the Kings Lynn, because that actually goes somewhere further afield than the Thameslink. So, sure, maybe keep the 387s. To run the services, but it almost makes you wonder if they'd be better off just pulling Great Northern into the actual Thameslink brand itself rather than keeping it separate. So obviously they've not got enough 700s to do the routes, but I don't know, London to Peterborough just seems a bit pointless on a Great Northern service when you've got Thameslink services that stop at more stations on the most part, sort of thing. Probably to keep their interests separate, to be honest. Probably so that they've not, like if one company goes bust, you're not going to lose all the companies. Obviously if Thameslink went bust, which, let's face it, Thameslink's not going to go bust. But if Thameslink went bust and Great Northern was part of Thameslink, then Great Northern would also go bust. Whereas at least if it's its own separate name, it stays independent. And thus, if Thameslink did decide to have an oopsie, Great Northern's safe. So that might be why they do it. It probably is why they do it, in fact. I'd like to say this might be my first good stop as well, like braking at the correct distance, but well, maybe actually. Maybe, stick with it for now. Okay, I might be a bit short actually. 30 mile an hour into the end of the platform, that's about what you want to be doing. It's going to be somewhere on the other side of the canopy, isn't it? I think it's just round the back. Oh no, hang on. Okay, we are actually at the same marker as the 4-car. I knew the 4-car was up around here somewhere. I wasn't sure where. Okay, the rear of the train is actually within the marker now. Let's release the doors. Tiny bit of notch 1. Slightly past the marker. How's the rear doing? All in. Oh, I'm quite impressed with that stop actually. Don't think you can ask for a lot better than that, can you? Not really. What are we hitching next? Hitching Stevenage, Finsbury Park and King's Cross, is it? Probably. Possibly. Oh, you've actually got services that don't stop it. Fair enough. quick look, shall we? Oh no, it's a straight run to King's Cross now. Fair enough. Oops. Fair enough. I thought we would have stopped at least Stevenage, at the very least, and Finsbury Park, to be honest. No, actually, yeah, no, they don't stop at Finsbury Park. I know that because I've seen them fly through Finsbury Park. It's only the Thameslink now, I think, that stop there. Thus, on this would be the equivalent of the ones that start at Cambridge. Okay, 34 miles. ETA 909, are you sure about that? I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Half an hour. Yeah, okay. Half an hour to go 35 miles. Yeah, that's reasonable. That's not too bad, actually. Thought it sounded ridiculous, but... as long as there's no red signals, we should make that, I reckon. Around about 10 past. Oop. Okay, slipping already. Slipping already. Try it now. There we go. Not full. So the original ETA was 909. 909 and 9 seconds or something, wasn't it? So we'll see what we end up with when we get there. Hope nobody's getting this train to work. Starting at 9 o'clock, because you might be a little bit late to work if you are. Want to catch the train before, really? That's flipping early to leave Kings Lynn if you're coming down for work, though. What did we leave? Just about 7 o'clock, nigh on? Just after 7, probably? You're probably going to have to leave at about half 6 o'clock. I mean... yeah, it's a long old trip. It's a long old trip. It's not unreasonable to leave at 6 o'clock, don't get me wrong, for work. But... it's a long old way. I'm not going to make that 40, am I? Should have put a bit more brake on earlier. Oh well. There we go. Oh, new section. We'll lose our front. Probably lost our rear now. Yeah, cool. We're good. Oh, we did have. Oh, oops. Okay, we've got to wait for something then. I was like, nah, that's not my signal, is it? There must be a junction before. But yeah, it is our signal. Roll along. Oh, here it comes. Ah, missed it. Oh well. Darn, missed it again. I need a screenshot. Should have taken one at Cambridge. Right, okay. I think our plan to keep rolling seems to have worked. There we go. Nice. You see the way the signal faded in as well? We didn't actually stop there either. We got 0.2 mile an hour. But we didn't stop. .30 mile an hour, I think it was last time when we were released from Notch 2 to Notch 3. The only thing I did find about that scenario, which was a bit curious, yesterday with the 317, was that it sent me on the slow lines up to Welham North, and then it sort of chucked me back on the slow line at well yeah, up to Nebworth. Then it chucked me back on the fast lines, obviously, to go through the tunnel Welham North. Back in at Welham Garden City. And then it went out and then back in for Hatfield, for Hatfield. And then it stayed on the slow up to Pod Spa, and then it put me back on the fast. So it was a bit forward, backwards, up and down, a little bit all over the place, the routing for that scenario before, but oh well. It is what it is. Oh look, our ETA has actually decreased. We obviously got away from that signal quicker than the game expected us to. I was a couple of minutes late yesterday though, but I think we've been on time for all of these station stops in this scenario. So I should get a nice little tick next to this scenario once I've finished it. We're in a good run, like I say. I mean, we're not done yet, of course. We've still got 30 miles to go, but we haven't done 5 miles so far since I last said. Actually, quick save. There we go. Just to make sure. We never catch up with that HST, of course, but we can give it a try. Fastest we've been so far. 100 mile an hour. We can go 110, so got a bit left. Ooh, 365. Following the other 365. Just emerged from behind the 91. Nice. Coming through Stevenage. My flypast camera's doing this. It doesn't rotate anymore. I don't know if that's the update that's broken it, or what. If I go to free camera, I can obviously move about, but yonk. Awesome. That's the first 313 we've seen as well. Nice. Should have quite a few trains down here as well, because we're towards the end of the rush hour. Train does in Notch 2. If it slows down, then I'll send it back up to 110, and then I'll stick it back in notch 2. Minutes, 25 miles. We should easily crack this out. Easily. Yep, it slows down. Cool. 365. We're going to be waiting for me to pass in a minute. Get out his way nice and quickly, shall we? Notch 2 should be fine for us. Yeah, we're going to be more than out of his way by the time he gets to this signal, which is good. Limit, that's fine. We don't need to react to that because we're not doing 115 yet. Nor will we be. Well, that's gone to sleep even. Or not gone to sleep even. Straight through in theory. Done about 3 miles, in fact close to 4 miles in 2 minutes. We are doing nearly 120 to be fair, so that makes perfect sense. Garden City. See, I know all of this bit of route now, or the majority of it. I know the area. I don't know the bit beyond sort of Hitchin, really, all that well. Certainly not the fen lines bit, but I know all of this bit. Not well, of course, but fairly well. Hatfield, Welham Garden City, Bookman's Park, Potter's Bar, Haverwood, New Southgate. No, sorry, I think it's Hatfield Wood, but then it's New Barnet, New Southgate, Ali Pally, Hornsey, Haringey, Finchley Park, King's Cross. I think. I might be wrong. I may have got the name of Hatfield Peveril wrong, or there might be another one I've forgotten about, but we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely Hatfield though. I know that much. I'm 100% up to Potter's Bar, and then Potter's Bar beyond. I don't really know as well as these stations. Up till Ali Pally. Lag Central, eh? Lag City. The shadows are nice in this scenario as well. Like I said, I believe this is probably the AP Sky and Weather Pack version 1 at work here. It could be version 2 though. It may be version 2 automatically replaces version 1 where it's used in scenarios. I don't actually know whether that's the thing or if I've just made that up. So I'm going to assume for now it's 1 until I can confirm otherwise. But maybe somebody will let me know in the comments. 365 on the slow. I wonder if he's stopping there. Possibly. Might be stopping at Hatfield. There's a red signal there. Now, is that just adverse signalling and signal script being stupid? Or is it that we're catching up to a 313? Hopefully the latter. I really want to catch up to a 313 because that'd be nice. No, it's the signal script being stupid. Oh, actually, no, it's not the signal script being stupid at all. There is actually a junction here. That is actually a semi-automatic as opposed to an auto. Doesn't change the fact I want to catch up to a 313 though, because that'd be fun to shoot past him. I don't think we've been past one yet either, have we? We obviously saw one at Stevenage, but that would have come off the Hertford loop. I don't think we've seen the mainline one yet, so that'll be good once we see one of them. Also, I'm not entirely sure, but I think the original catenary that DTG used looked slightly more authentic than this stuff that Alan Thompson Sims used. I know it's their pack, so they've probably had to change it, but I don't know. I think the DTG stuff looked slightly better and slightly more fine scale, to be honest. Although that one there looks original. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. It looked original, but probably not. At least we're not going around the back either. We have to slow down for Potts Bar. Go around the loop. Go around the little kink in the track to get around the platform. I was going to say, is he the only one with an island platform? But no, there's quite a few island platforms along here. Like Potter's Bar, which we're coming up to now. That is an island platform. Or 2 island platforms. It's quite an arrangement of different platforms along here, actually, when you think about it. Hatfield's got 1 island platform and one to the side. Welham Green's both to the side. Potter's Bar's in the middle. Bookman's Park's in the middle. The next one, I think they're to the side, with the island in the middle between the 2 fasts. Which kind of doesn't count because it's kind of not a platform anymore. It's starting to lag now as well a bit. Hey, there's a 313. We've got to go past one though, surely. Oh no, I missed that. I missed that one. Too busy looking at the 313 and notice what the HUD was doing. But we're down in time for the 100, so that's good. Also, the HST's long gone. We're definitely not catching up. Oh no! Oh no! Talking about the 313, you're catching up. You're going to catch it in the tunnel, aren't we? Oh, that'd be disappointing. Oh, that'd be well. Oh no, it's a 365. Oh, okay. It's not a 313. Don't worry. It's only a 365. I might actually screenshot this though, because that could be quite a cool screenshot. Look at this! Train racing! Train racing! Yeah, we're faster than you, boy! Yeah! And screenshot. Well, not screenshot. Pause game to screenshot. Yeah, that's a thumbnail. That's a thumbnail. Sorry about this catenary post being in the way, but that's a thumbnail. Yep. That'll do. Let's get back in the cab. He's actually going down the line he should be going down. He's a slow service, so he's on the slow line. Ooh, I'm sure that was a yellow signal up there. We might actually be catching the HST somehow. To be fair, the AI do drive a few miles an hour beneath the speed limit generally, so it wouldn't be impossible to catch them. Certainly wouldn't be impossible. We never even checked the name of that station, did we? I'm sure somebody will let me know. New Barnet? Pretty sure. Is the next one just around this corner here? Three, 1, 3. 3, 1, 3. 3, 1, 3. Not here. Not here. Definitely laggy. Definitely approaching King's Cross and Alexander Palace and the rest of them. Must have started loading in the scenery for 100 limit. Park. I think this is Oakley Park, isn't it? Yeah, Oakley Park. I forgot about Oakley Park. See, I said there was probably one in the middle. New Southgate's on the other side of this bridge. Of this tunnel, sorry. And save. Bit late on the horn. Yeah, I literally just saved because I remembered to. Take the opportunity. At least if the game crashes now, there's only 7 miles to drive, to redrive. You just don't know what's going to happen with Train Sim. You just don't know. Might get there in one piece, might dump in a minute. Still, it's got 25 gigabytes of wiggle space. I managed to make some space on my computer the other day. I managed to delete Bus Sim 18. Despite the fact that I deleted Bus Sim 18 months ago. In fact, probably no, 2 years ago now, actually. When 21 came out, I deleted it. So, certainly a year ago. And I found flipping 20 gig or 15 gig or however, 12 gig I think it was. But yeah, I found a lot of space being taken up by Bus Simulator 18 files when the game is not even installed on my machine, so they were quick to go. Along with something else that I think I'd uninstalled a while ago and it hadn't deleted the files. It's either that or I just didn't use the thing. I can't remember what said thing was now, so it doesn't help. 313, 313, 313. Oh look, all the wires have disappeared as well. Nice. Awesome. $91 in the depot. Look how light it is now by comparison to the start. The sky was really orange. And I decided that, that must have been a neutral section, I assume. I heard a click. Yeah, no, at the start, when the sky was really orange, and I decided to put the night lights on. Ooh, excuse me. Number 313 going the other way. 387 sitting in the slow lines. Going into the depot by the looks of things. Fair enough. I wonder if you've been up to, oh, what's it called? New Barnet. Turn around there. That was Hornsey, I believe. Yeah, that was Hornsey. Haringey's pretty much just the other side of the flyover. A little bit further round, but you get the point. Yeah, there it is. There's your flyover. There's Haringey. No, yep, no, that's Haringey. That's Haringey. Another 313. Nice. That must have come off the loop. 365 going the other way. Almost slow. Got a 65 limit coming up, which is nice. We're definitely getting into London now. Well, we're in London. It's just... Oh, another 313. Gosh, they're all appearing now. I love 313s. Great colour, first Caps Connect. 2 3/4 miles. Start slowing down. I might as well keep it slowing down because we've got that 65 coming up. We're going to need a bit more brake than this at some point. Do it now. 91. You got Arsenal Piccadilly line stations about here-ish. Just where the line curves off, I believe. That's where Arsenal is. And then I've got a feeling the first road here is where Holloway Road is. I think it might be down there. If not, it's down the next one. I think it must be that one. Must be that first one, surely. Because on the road above on this bridge, you've got Caledonian Road and Caledonian Road, I believe. I'm sure it's just on the end of the bridge. Caledonian Road. See, the blue, the reflection on the rail is definitely dynamic. Because now we've gone in the tunnel, it's disappeared. So it's not just a blue texture they've put on there. It does actually reflect all the light and stuff. Oh look, it's an HST again. It actually ended up on the slow lines. How strange. Okay, fair enough. We've not actually been routed in. 91. Frames. Hopefully when we get to the bottom of the ramp, we'll be looking at more frames. Yeah, you can see we're not we've not been routed in yet because we haven't got the platform marker showing up on our HUD. It'd be funny if we actually beat the HST into London. We had to wait for it and now it's waiting for us. Well, it wouldn't wait for us technically, but you know, you get the point. There we go, after nearly 2 hours of running, we're finally pulling in. We're finally pulling into King's Cross. Just one more signal to pass. And then we'll be good. Fingers crossed that the scenario hasn't broken. It's been good so far to me, so... a little bit further than I'd have liked. Set the DRA. Put it in neutral. Denied, yep. Cool. 67 in Arriva. Nice. 003. Are there any... Are any of you going to go? By chance. Are you going to move? Are we meant to be stuck here? Don't tell me the scenario is broken. Okay, so there's... track D. But that's D, isn't it? HST's stuck a long way back. Oh no, it's moving. Oh, it's moving. Oh, okay. That's good then. As long as something's moving. It just was making me a little bit nervous, to be honest. Platform 7. Platform 7, I believe, is this one. So technically we shouldn't actually have to wait for anything. I wouldn't have thought... Oh, look, we've actually got a signal now. Nice. Okay, awesome. I wonder how long we've had that. I was just getting worried. I was thinking, no, don't say we've driven all this way just for the scenario to break on us. But... we actually have signal. Why the wait then, I wonder? Who knows? Who knows? Now, I'm not sure if I've seen the weather, but the signal pack was definitely a good buy. They're nice signals. They are nice signals. 91, 1, 1, 1, I believe. I think that one's 111. I think the other one's 110. Here we go, the glorious terminus to our 2-hour long drive. I'm not actually sure how many miles we've done, to be fair. How many miles we've covered. Certainly over 100 miles, I reckon. Oh, is it? Is it? Would it be? Watch the TPWS grid. And we have stopped. Shut that down, shut that down. We got tail lights by the looks of things. Set the DRA. We didn't set that actually. We should have done that. Oh well, we'll do it now. We'll pretend that we did it before. That should be about it. Pretty certain. That's us fully berthed at London King's Cross. Excellent. Excellent. Great run. Great little run. Oh, look, there is a train in there. Okay, fair enough. No, I've enjoyed that. I've thoroughly enjoyed that. Great work. These sets will form now 9:44 to Kings Lynn. Please set the destination using 10, 11, and then the scenario will end. Oh, okay. Okay, I already shut the thing down, but, you know. Also, they don't normally set this up until they are ready to go, but, you know.
TPWS and AWS
yes.
operational.
1011. Enter. Send. Shut that down. Step 3. Pause break. Just quickly want to grab a screenshot. And I think that will do us nicely. Thank you very much for watching this one, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this slightly longer video. I know I certainly have. I think it's been really fun. And I've enjoyed doing something a bit more meaningful than just looking at something that's literally just come out for the sake of it. So, yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much all I've got to say. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye!